What is up, YouTube? How is it going? Today is Friday, something about July. So today we're going to be doing our first commentaries and strats for Halo Wars. Halo Wars, as you guys know, is a pretty much out-of-date game. And then there's games just like it, such as Command and Conquer, or whichever ones the hell, I don't know what they play on PC. So today I'm going to be talking about the fastest tank rush possible in the game. Most of you guys know the typical 3 supply pad, 2 reactors, upgrade the base, make a vehicle depot. I'm here to tell you today that is not the fastest tank rush. Thank God, and I will show you the fastest tank rush. So without further ado, let's get this started, yeah? So, what we're going to do first is we're going to build 1 supply pad and have our Warthog go scout out supplies. Please know the map before you go. It's much easier if you guys know the map because you'll need at least 2 to 3 crates. If you're playing with a stacked team, don't be afraid to ask him, like, hey, back off those crates for a second. I really need those because this strat will require a lot of crates. As you guys see, I'm having a little bit of trouble finding them. I think the maps are offset right now. I'm saving that one because I know for a fact it is there. When the map is offset on Fort Dean, everybody knows, just remember, on the side with the tree, you'll find another crate. After that one, I'm going to hold down X. So when my Warthog finishes here, it'll go over here without me telling it to do so. Now we're going to build a reactor. The reason that we need to hurry the process with the Warthog and getting resources is because you'll run out of money. As you see, I have 300, 330. It's going to be very slow. But by the time these 2 are done, and we might even be getting pushed. Oh no, that's our teammate. LOL. But anyways, as you see, my Warthog is starting making its way back up here. This is also really good in case you want to do a strafe. I will get in more of that later with my tanks. Tanks are very, very good at strafing. They're very effective. And just like that, we can now build vehicle depot. So the opposite side of the map is exactly always the same. A lot of times the enemy does not collect their supply pads on the side if it's an offset map. Because a lot of times I go to the typical places and it's just not there. You guys both know this, like for example when you guys rush, but it ends up being that your Warthog or your Ghost has died because you just keep going to the same places and not getting hit by turrets or whatever. So while our Warthog makes his way over there, or her, we're going to go ahead and get ready to make a vehicle depot. We're going to sit here and we're going to keep pressing it so we can get this as fast as possible. Remember that. Once it finishes, we're going to build it. So while it's building, we're coming over here with our Warthog. We almost have 500 to make our first tank. So when the vehicle depot finishes, we should start on our tank. It's 50% while that's going over there. So the difference is, as you guys can see, I did not build 3 supply pads, but yet I'm still able to make units. The unfortunate part about this strategy, it does require a lot of resources, and it's very difficult to keep the production of past 3 tanks. But, like I said, look at the time. The other one would take you about 4 or 5 minutes, even with or without supply. It does not matter. So, I like this rush, as you can see, for obvious reasons. I'm going to have a tank out by about 3 minutes into the game. This is my second tank here, about to come out in a second. Actually, you know what? I don't think the enemy has taken their supplies, so I'm going to go up there to their base and take theirs. See, look at that. Now I have 2. And it's only 3 minutes and 5 seconds to the game. Remember, like I said though, the really difficult part about this is just not having any supplies later on in the game. Which is poopy, but it's a huge trade-off. So, while this is out, we want to go and send this out somewhere. We want to get it starred. The biggest thing with tanks is to get them starred. A veteran tank with 1 star can dish out 15% extra damage and take in 15% extra damage. So veterancy is really, really important here. A lot of times it can change the way of the whole fight. So what I like to do, because I don't find any more supplies and supplies aren't going very well for me, I make 2 tanks and we'll send this tank here to this base, while this one stars up here. It's really good to scoot your tanks in a little bit closer to a lot of the targets, and this is why I get into strafing. Your whole objective for strafing, as you see, your tanks never miss, whereas their bullets sometimes do. The whole thing about strafing is to just never stop moving, never stop moving. That's the whole big deal about strafing. That's really all it is. Strafing correctly can actually help you get rid of Banshees, for example. A lot of people know like Banshees are horrible against tanks. That's not always the case if you know how to work it. Well, that's killing that. We're gonna go over here with my tank so it doesn't kill it. Then we're gonna go over here with my tank. After all this, my tank should get at least 1 star. If you guys are wondering why I'm not upgrading, because I'm going to start upgrading my base instead, so I get these 3 tanks upgraded to their best of their ability. Oh, I better move wide. This tank's going to kill that. Oh, too late. Alrighty. So, now we're going to send this tank over here to this base. We're going to attack that while this one goes this way. Fortress upgrade is complete, so now what we're going to do is build another supply pad. That 3rd supply pad is going to mean a whole lot in the long run, as you guys know. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of extra supply to turn the game. So, with all that said, it's 5 minutes to the game. I have 3 tanks solid. 2 of them are about to be started up to veterancy. Now, could you really do this with only, the other strat? No, of course not. There's no way you can do it, and that's why I love this strat so much. But like I said, the other strat, however, would have let you keep producing your units constantly. Whereas this one, as you see, I'm barely making 500 as it is. Every minute, every other minute, I'm barely making the 500 necessary to produce the units. This tank is going to start up very soon with that veterancy that we need crucially. So to have 2 tanks with veterancy is a really big trade-off that I think most people that are really good at this game are willing to take. This strat is really built just to have quick units with veterancy, and that's it. That's basically all you gotta do. That's basically all the game has to do is right there. It's just a quick 3 units, 3 tanks in less than 4 minutes in time. So yeah, now that you've seen the fastest tank rush in the game, let's go ahead and finish this off. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the game. I'm pretty sure my enemies, I guess if you want to call them that, haven't built up much, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them and wipe them out really quick. But besides that, like I said, if you guys have any more questions or comments, please drop a like on the video, let me know, and thank you for your time.